virtual class of Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai Education Department. I am Mrs. Akshata Kale and today we will learn EVS. Okay, now we will move to the lesson. Hello students, welcome to Virtual Training Center Dadar. I am Mrs. Akshata Kale and today we are going to learn Environmental Studies of Standard 4th and the topic is the interrelationship between the living things. This is part 2. Students, we have already done part 1 of this lesson. Now today we are going to part 2 of this lesson. Yes students, we can see here different pictures. Here this shows that how the interrelationship we can see in the living things. Living things include plants, animals and human beings. You know that, right? And the interrelationship between them we will study today. The needs of living things are met in their environment. Yes, students, we have many needs. These are called basic needs like food, shelter, air, water and clothing. All these needs are met in our surroundings. In fact, food, water and air are the needs of all living things and they are all fulfilled in the environment. But there are differences in the needs of each kind of living things. Yes, students, we will take one example here. Here, any type of living thing will be found only where all its needs are fulfilled. We'll see here tiger is there. The basic needs of tiger are the tall grasses to hide and to catch the prey. The tiger has the strips and in the grass he cannot be identified by the prey. So it hides in the grasses. Then it needs caves to protect himself from the sun, wind and rain. Yet it needs food and it needs water. Yes students, wherever all these needs are fulfilled, at that place we can find the tiger. Now, we keep animals in order to satisfy some of our needs. They became dear to us. We look after them. We feed them. We take them to a vet if they fall ill. These animals too return our affections. Isn't it? We keep pets for entertainment and for some work too. For example, we get eggs and meat from the chicken. We get milk from the cows, right? Dog guards our house, etc. We take the benefits and we enjoy with them and we love them. They too in return, they love us. We use cattle dung for various purposes. See how we take the uses of animals. See here the man is making the dung cakes by using cattle dung and we use them as a fuel. And here we can see the manure made from the cattle dung and the sheep pellets, which is very good for the growth of the plants. See, this is a biogas plant. Here also we use cattle dung to prepare the biogas. And you can see here this is the plaster of cattle dung. This helps that mud house to protect from the insects, and it also works as the plaster. Now, how the animals help us, like that plants too help us abundantly. We'll see. Plants give us food grains. Our main food like rice, maize, corn, wheat, all that we get from the plants. Isn't it? Plant give us flowers, they give us vegetables, they give us fruits, they give us medicines. You know that Ayurvedic medicines, that is nothing but plants medicine that we get from the plants like tulsi, hirida, behada, etc. We grow plants which are useful to us methodically. We sow seeds, we make sure that they get water, we give manure when necessary, we spray pesticides if they are attacked by insects. Correct? Because they satisfy our needs. Like plants, other living things also get their food from the environment. For example, see here, chameleon eats insects. Here snakes, they eat mice and frogs. Tiger eat deer. Goats, sheep and cattle, they eat leaves of the plant or grass. All these needs are satisfied in the environment. Yes, arboreals. Yes, students, we will see about the arboreals. First, go through these pictures. A squirrel, monkeys, and the bird in the nest. Please observe these pictures. Can you see any similarity among these pictures? Yes, right. They all live in trees. Yes, dear students, arboreal here, this is a Latin word, and the arbor, which means tree, and arboreals means living in trees. Yes, here animals like monkeys, squirrels, they all live in trees. It gives them certain advantages. Being at a height, they are better able to defend themselves from their enemies. Okay? Besides, they can eat the fruits of the trees to satisfy their hunger. Such animals are said to be arboreal. Unknowingly, they help the trees with whose support they live. We'll see how they help the trees. Students, will see how the arboreals help the trees. Yes, this bird, they eat the fruits, and the droppings of the bird and the dung of the animals, they contain the undigested seeds. They pass through their droppings and the dungs, right? And when these seeds get soil and water, they germinate. And the small plants comes out, and it slowly grows and becomes a big tree of the same kind. Like this, arboreals help the trees to grow new trees in different places, because these birds and animals, they eat the fruits and they move one place to another place. They don't remain in the same place, right? So these birds and animals help to grow the new trees of the same kind. Yes, we will go through an E-grade story. Okay, this is a bird named egret. Okay, a certain kind of egret bird feeds on different kinds of insects. Grass is full of all kinds of insects, but because they are hidden in the grass, the egret cannot see them and catch them. So they take the help of buffaloes and cattle. Sorry, and they move along with them. Here, when they move, the insects they frighten and they fly out of the grass. At that time, the egret catches them and eat them up. You can see here. Now, dear students, seasonal changes in living things. You know that in year we get 3 main seasons, correct? And spring one more is there. But here mainly there are 3 seasons: summer season, rainy season, winter season, correct? Every year we get these 3 main seasons. Yes, dear students, just as the 3 seasons affect us, they affect all other living things too. Correct? Now, how the seasons in short? See students, there is a sun in the center and our earth planet is moving around the sun in a specific path. Because of this movement, which is called as revolution, because of this we get the seasons every year that you will study in detail in standard 5th. Okay? Yes students, this is a winter season. Winter is the coldest season of the year. In winter we wear woolens and other warm clothes to protect ourselves from the cold, isn't it? Winter in Maharashtra is also called the season of Pangal, that is the falling of leaves. That is because many trees shed their leaves in winter. The same time what happens? The coats of furry animals become thicker in winter because they keep them warm and they protect these animals from the cold season. Especially this we can see in rabbit, sheep and goats. The end of winter is also time for mango trees to start blossoming. These blossoms are called mohar in Marathi. At the close of the month of February, it becomes warmer and by March, we begin to feel the heat. It's time for summer. Okay? Now, here we can hear the sound of the koel. In summer, the market is full of mangoes, watermelons, kiwi fruits, strawberries, correct? And in Konkan side, we can see the yellow and red cashew apples. And these are known as cashew nuts. This mainly we can see in the Konkan region. Got this students? Means according to the season we get the fruits. These are the summer fruits. In June, black clouds make their appearance. The rainy season is a short way away. In some places in India, the rain starts in June. By this time, we begin to get jackfruits, jamuns or Java plums and karvandas. Isn't it? And afterwards, the rain starts. The seeds of grass and other plants lie scattered all over the ground. They sprout and start growing as soon as it begins to rain. It becomes green everywhere. This greenery is soothing after the hot summer months. Sometimes we can even see the rainbow with its 7 colors in the sky. As it becomes wet everywhere, frogs appear. We also hear the loud noise of frogs croaking all together. As the rainy season ends, it is time for winter to make a comeback. It gets colder and colder. This is not good for the frogs. They go deep under the ground for a long period of slumber which lasts for 7 or 8 months. Got this, children? How the seasons changes, the animals and the living things, they too change their livings. Yes, always remember the environment changes with the seasons and living things have to adapt themselves to those changes. This is all about the lesson. Thank you, students.
Thank you very much for being a part of this lesson. Please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get the new updated videos.